Okay, y'all know what I look like, so I'm just gonna do an update on the garden. This is the corn, and every spot you see nothing growing, the chipmunk, that's the bane of my days lately, has been eating all the plants that are missing. These are supposed to these right here are all supposed to be sunflowers. Looks like they chopped one off to eat what was underneath in the ground. I got 2 sunflowers left. They killed that one too. So now I'm waiting for the sunflowers that I'm growing up on my porch to keep chipmunks from eating them. Then we've got corn here and here that are missing, and back there and there. Right there. Anyway, we're going to get them damn chipmunks. I'm telling you. I'm going to turn them into dog food. Alright, so these are the zucchini. And it looks like I'm going to have to spray milk on them. Got a couple zucchini there. I'm starting to get... got another one here. There we go. Gotta get them weeds out of there. But it looks like I'm starting to get powdery mildew on the top. And I'm going to have to cut off all these leaves and spray the rest, except for this one. I'm going to have to wait till it gets a little bigger. I'm going to have to spray them with a mixture of milk and water. I'm going to have to ask Steve to pick some up today so I can do that. Anyway, here's the snap peas. Oh, look, we got some. Can you see that? There you go. There's a snap pea. Got a couple of them. Got some snap peas. They're finally growing. Awesome. In about a week, a couple days maybe, we should have some. And that one, planning on planting some beans in there. And this, I'm not sure. I think I might have a cabbage to put in that. Alright, so here's what I've been working on since Stephen fixed the bed. We've got green beans back there. They're bush beans. Tons of lettuce, spinach, and other greens to eat. And over here, these are English cucumbers. And then down there, to save space, I had to put the wire up because the dogs walk under there. These are all cabbages underneath the bed. I don't like the waste space. So this bed, if you recall, was empty. This one has beautiful Swiss chard, beautiful colors of red and yellow. And this one, I believe, is called Ford. This is Italian kale, curly kale. And then I have parsley, my own parsley. Oh, there's a weed. Get them out of there. And then these are my turnips. They smell and they're ugly, but when you boil them up like a potato till they're soft and add a little butter, you've got a beautiful vegetable. All right, these are my beets. These are my Japanese cucumbers. They're climbing up the fencing. Alright, so now I'm trying not to move too quickly or be too shaky here. This is my parsley, cilantro. And then I have some parsley to plant next to it. These are the carrots. I know you probably can't see them very well. Have to get in here. There we go. They've started coming up. My first year, I'm actually getting that many carrots. Alright, so here are the Roma tomatoes, because they're a determinate. They will only grow maybe 3 feet tall if I'm lucky. I don't know. We'll find out this year. The rest of those are all my other tomatoes. We have black Krim, mortgage lifter, green zebra sausage, Brandywines, black Krim, yellow cherry, black cherry, and another big red one, and I believe German strawberry, my favorite. They kind of look like a teardrop. And like I said, I don't like to waste space. Those are 3 cabbages in that small space. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. I didn't waste the cabbage anyway. So these are my cabbages. They're exactly a foot apart from each other. And let's hope they all grow. They're red and green cabbage. These were my strawberries. I had a beautiful footage of beautiful strawberries. My first year. Beautiful. I was going to be able to make something. Even just put them on top of pancakes or waffles or something. But the chipmunks that ate my corn ate my strawberries. Very upset about that. Alright, so I'm still working on getting the cardboard down because we still got some weeds to cover up and stuff. So the pathways are weed free, but I can only do so much. Alright, so yesterday I planted this sweet potato that was growing in the water. And this is a sweet potato. These are sweet potatoes I got from the store that I managed to get to grow. These are ones I bought as slips in here. And we're hoping that this is going to be a good crop of sweet potatoes. These are regular potatoes. They've gotten pretty tall. They're probably going to have to be harvested soon as, I guess probably the end of June here. They should be done, which then gives me room to maybe throw some more potato slips, sweet potato slips in them when they're done. I might get extra sweet potatoes out of it. Don't know. I'm experimenting here. It's all a live and learn kind of thing. So we got 4 buckets of potatoes. This one didn't do so good because I didn't fill it up and I didn't get to it. So there's probably a few potatoes I know that I saw in there. That's about it. Okay, so now over here. This is Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and probably broccoli, I think. And that right there and that right there, I leave them grow. They're Japanese mustard. They're bitter. Bugs don't like them. They do bite into them, but then they go away real quick because I don't like them too much. Which I think helps. If you notice, it helps to keep the other bugs away from my Brussels sprouts and broccoli. There's my onion patch. I'm still working on spooning them. So I got most of the weeds out and I've spooned most of those to get the soil away from the bottom so the onions can produce big onions. Didn't know that. I also have to fertilize it with some more nitrogen. Natural. I want to try to do the natural thing here. Organic. Nitrogen into the soil because they're heavy feeders. I didn't know. I've never been able to grow them right. Now, these were my espalier. Japanese apple trees, but my husband helped me to get them out of control because we didn't cut them well. So I think we're gonna have to cut those down because they're way up there. They're like, I don't know, 15 feet at least, 20 feet maybe. They're up too high. Anyway, you can see we do have fruit on the tree. Lots of fruit. This is the one that's not the so good Japanese apple, but you need them for cross-pollination for these trees. These are the good ones. And that one doesn't even look like it has any this year. Maybe we pruned it back too much. I don't know. Alright, so this is the area we still have to work on, and I have to wait till Steve gets back from his fishing trip. But we finally got apples. But every time we get these are called pole apple trees. Every time we try to get apples off them, they just, I don't know if the birds eat them or knock them off, or we just haven't been able to get any apples. Years now. These have been planted for 10 years and we're still having difficulty. There are apples on it. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. I think there's one there. Thought I saw one. There it is. I think you can see that. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so anyway, that's what we're growing there. And still got stuff in the greenhouse. Gotta clean all that up, get everything out of there. Here's my asparagus I finally got in yesterday. And this will the whole bed will become asparagus, but for right now, those have to grow there. I'm gonna grow my garlic at this, and I'm gonna put them in, which are in the greenhouse, waiting for me to plant. So anyway, it's a process. This is my bok choy, and it got out of hand. I'm gonna have to prune it back, take some of the leaves for some nice miso soup or some Roman noodles, like I do with the Swiss chard and the kale. And put that on, put it in your Roman noodle soup. It's a good vegetable soup then. All right, this was full of radishes, and there's like 2 or 3 here still left. I don't know if you can see that radish. Anyways, they were out of hand. They were seeding. They weren't producing the fruit no more. So I decided to tear them all out, give them to the birds, and start all over so that we can have fresh radishes for when Steven's dad gets here in July. So they should be about the right age at that time. 6 weeks from now, they should be pretty good. So it only takes like 40-some days for the radishes to grow. This is okra. And as you can see, there are cages around them because Sassy likes to walk on my plants. These actually are beautiful flowers that my grandson got the seeds from a Vanderbilt building up in, it's like a, I guess a garden museum kind of thing up there in New York State. All right, so these are, so I planted them and they grew. I've been waiting for years. My grandson from, his name's Matthew, excuse me. Anyways, these are cassava or cassava. Not sure, I get confused with the 2 names. One's a root plant and this is like a watermelon kind of thing. All right, anyway, these are my sunflowers, and somebody stepped on one, which I think was one of these little boogers. So then my sunflowers are coming up good. Chipmunks did not get these sunflowers. This is long beans. These are yard long, I believe, or they could be another Chinese asparagus type bean, but they're long and thin. And for some reason, these cassava are grown better than those cassava. Don't know. These are doing good. I hope these grow well. What we'll do is we'll take these and we'll have them come down and go across the tarp. I'll probably put down some straw, hay and straw back in the back along there and here so that the fruits don't get burned and the plants don't get burned from the sun burning down on this black tarp. This is to keep the weeds down, but it also makes it so Steve don't take the lawnmower to my plants. All right, so here's our forest of food, and let's see if my peach is still in here. Uh-oh, peach is gone. Let me see if I can find a peach. This one's no good. I don't know if you can see that. That's no good, so that's coming off the tree. All right, so I don't see a peach. I have to find a peach now for you. This one I've been working on, pruning, and it's actually a perfect specimen. Let me go back here so you can see. This is beautiful. I have to prune it back, all these outer branches, so that it forces the tree to produce stronger branches in the center. That's the main reason for pruning fruit trees.